Do you tend to agree? Are you looking at some stuff here and thinking, wow, this is pretty strong stuff?
I feel like Collapse has just been dominating on Primal Beast so hard lately that it's hard to go against it, but Falcons, they've gone for a very similar, it feels like to me at least, of early tempo, kind of looking to shut down the map with this LC pick. That last one with the DK, that synergy to try to take over the map early, is what I think that they are looking at, but we'll have to see if they can, because Spirit, they have a very strong scaling team fighting lineup that it can fight back early. You know, this Primal Beast, we've seen it time and time again be able to just break lineups, especially if they're not careful. And Falcons, especially because of that last one, I think this one, it's like you can't give a team like Spirit even, I mean, I'm going to say like an inch, you don't know what that is, but like a centimeter, because they'll take the entire space of it. They'll take a kilometer every single time. They know how to capitalize on any type of these mistakes. And looking at some fun things to point out, since we do have this Sand King mid.
The battle begins.
Just waiting to see if there's going to be any rune stuff, but looks like it's just going to be
three
this time. It was 3 last time for Falcons, but
it was, and then they lost.
Yeah.
And now it's 3 for Spirit, and then maybe we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So the Sand King, we've been hearing the rumors about this Sandstorm in the mid lane. This Nyx pick, I've been seeing Mira do it a lot more, and the important thing to point out is Nyx's innate ability versus Sand King. You see 400, you know, around 400 around, you can see these Invis heroes. So inside the middle of fights, if Mira's alive, it could be annoying for Malrine. They don't even always need a sentry ward or something like that. Just a small thing to point out, but...
I mean, so what is it about Sand King? Because obviously we had that kind of patch, you know, relatively recently, right, where Sand King was pretty busted. But even on that patch, right, people weren't playing in mid. Then he kind of gets nerfed. Did something get changed sort of for a positive that makes him better in the mid? Or what's going on with this sort of stuff?
As far as I saw, the damage got increased, right?
Okay.
That was kind of the only thing I saw, but overall the Aghanims got really nerfed, so... I don't really know. I've been seeing them doing it all the time in the pubs, especially Malrine and Quinn a couple of games, I believe, but it feels very tough versus Malrine playing Snapfire. That feels like a pretty horrible matchup for the Sand King, but see if Malrine can endure. Because just that melee versus Snap.
Malrine playing Snapfire?
Sorry, Laurel playing Snap.
He's playing both mids.
You know what I'm saying. Whatever. But yeah, Laurel, he should have a very good time versus Malrine, pretty much. And it's not an easy matchup to kind of bring it back. You'll be able to farm at least on Sand King and catch up with some jungle camps and stuff, but Laurel should have a pretty free time.
And talk about this as well.
Let's see.
We heard of some of the benefits right for the panel in terms of picking this Legion as the last pick, but I can't imagine this was ever the go-to, because again, this hero in the off lane, we're just not seeing it picked, Fog.
No, it's been nerfed a lot. Maybe they're looking for some type of extra save because Collapse especially was able to get such godly ults off, and now they do have that save for their carry. I'm not sure. Because this doesn't feel like something that Amar's been playing as much recently. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and check.
Yeah, go check out some stats on that, because we haven't seen it from other teams, but indeed, has Amar been keeping up to scratch with his Legion playing
when I saw
pubs?
He was playing mostly the Venges and the Darkseers.
Yeah.
I don't believe I saw Legion on the list. And at the next glance, I don't see Legion on his list, at least in the last couple days, so... Must be something they saw in particular about either the press or just the way to be able to pressure the Clinks lane, and that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
It's the pressure the Clinks.
And they might just... No, the Stomp's going to be in place very nicely from the posture. So Redan will be saved. Top lane, Collapse and Mira, they're going to try and make it go on towards Snake King. But won't quite have the damage straight up between the two of them. I say that Mira's going to continue to trade.
There's Fire Spirit's back up, but he's
going to win the trade indeed. Comes in with a final nuke to take him out, and he's going to survive as well. First blood for Mira. Great time to strike there. As soon as they hit the level 2s, they went for it, Spirit.
If you ever getting a first blood in a Nyx lane double melee, you're feeling very good, because a lot of times this hero does not contribute the most in the laning phase. Right now, they're doing excellent. They're getting the CS as well on the Primal Beast. They're slowing down the DK, and they get a kill. That is astonishing. Looking at mid, yeah, Laurel's kind of owning, and I believe Malrine now has to do some type of... I've seen him before doing this, but like creep manipulation shenanigans where you're pulling waves into jungle and stuff.
I mean, that's the thing, right, with this hero, I guess, mid. If you do have a rough time in the mid lane, which I guess you never really want... You know, that's never the plan, right, because you're picking Sand King because you feel it's going to have some benefit in these 1v1s. You can at least hit up the jungle, right?
Yes, you can. But, I mean, even Snap, I'm just like thinking more things. I just watched them doing like the sentry exchange. Snap can kill your sentry before you kill the sentry that gets put down every time, because a little shredder as well too. So in theory, Laurel can almost always have it here. But either way, Malrine getting some catch up, but Laurel, he's gonna have this insane farm on the Snapfire.
Wow. We've seen Snap be pretty crazy recently, right? With the little shredder and the ricochet, this hero can be pretty bonkers.
Oh, absolutely. Even the tanky cores just get shredded, and the timings, of course, when you get the level 15, when you get the 20 talent, it accelerates quite massively. So far, definitely seeing Laurel have that better time, and at the moment now, with their double down, I would say, from the side of Falcons, they put a Legion Ench lane versus an ET Clinks. Doing okay, but the Clinks is getting CS. Because you don't see the Enchantress put in this 4 roll too often. It's specifically because they're versus that ET, and they want to just try to shut down this Clinks as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so far, yeah, Clinks
Who wants cookies?
slightly slowed down, but not too much.
bad.
He's kind of chilling. He's having a better time, actually, than the DK in that opposite side.
Now, honestly, I feel like kind of out of everything the Falcons has got. Amar on the Legion, if he can get the Blade Melt Blink right, this is going to be pretty potent against both the Snapfire and the Clinks.
To be honest, it feels kind of necessary for their draft a bit for him to have
That
this
is
type
the
of
way they kill
explosive
these
game.
heroes.
Yeah, I feel like he has to. Because the DK overall is just getting really slowed down.
What do you say? Does he go for a different build? He doesn't go Blink Blade Melt?
No, I think he can.
He must do right.
I think he has to,
I think
almost has to.
that's the way to play, right?
Yeah.
You don't do anything crazy, you don't do anything different. You jump, and you kill the Snap, you kill the Clinks.
I'm watching a Sanking try to recover, and Mira has Mind Flare, and he sees a big creep.
Oh, is he
He's going to steal the jungle from him.
Oh.
He can just walk in. They have that ward that they placed down, so they knew that this matchup was going to be pretty sour for the Sanking, and he's just going to start stealing his jungle.
The gang's going to come in from crit.
All right, nice rotation, but crit? He will live.
Yeah, they really needed that. They needed to shut Lal down a little bit and make this area of the map a bit easier for Mallory to play, because these first few waves ain't been great.
No.
But indeed, Mira is going to make sure that there won't be an additional fallback available for this Sanking.
Beautiful move, though. From crit. That level 3, I think we've seen this Enchantress rotation a lot, but usually comes from the safe lane and usually comes with the secondary support. See if they maybe do it again, since Sanking now might get pretty close to 6. I mean, Malmarine is tipping him because he just went back to his neutrals, and he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, these large creeps are disappearing.
The ones with mana, and Mira's going to take the last one as well, too.
Off we go again.
Maybe he's going to go for the kill first, or scout the rune, and then take it.
And they've got the 3 of the mid here, Team Spirit, so they'd definitely be down to try and get aggressive onto Mallory. But Mallory's staying safe.
This is still a lot of pressure onto this poor Sanking. Kisses are available, Tower's getting pressured. Can he drag the wave? He can. But the rune will be given to Laurel. And see if Laurel looks to make a move with this, because he has Kisses available. He has kill threat on any of these side lanes. Up top, collapse. Already starting to bring it to Skitter. But Laurel not there just yet.
They're going to go for Radon. He's going to get any backup coming in on the bottom lane. He's able to get a quick burst of heal. Maposhka in with the stomp. Onto Snaking. And Radon's going to be pretty
Skitter top.
Diving in, indeed, with all the focus the Falcons are putting down bottom, trying to get Radon. They're not able to keep their own carry safe. Skeeter dead under the tower. Radon's perfectly fine against the 3 of them. They're not able to get in and get the damage done onto this Clinks with these 3 heroes.
He's actually about to hit level 6 and now Snaking.
Thinking about turning over to wall Snaking.
So he has to be cautious. Radon, yeah, level 6 is hit, so Panel was saying how sometimes this hero, you think that he's squishy, but Clink's no longer the case, especially when you hit level 5. You get that double point in the Death Pact, and that's exactly what he's done to sustain. This is an amazing early game for Spirit, and Falcons, that's not the way they wanted this game to go with their draft. See how they're going to be able to recover things with the DK under so much pressure, and also their mid laner, not only just under pressure in the lane, but under pressure in attempting to find any jungle creeps to catch up.
It's as I said earlier, it's all down to Amar. He's got to carry this one pretty hard from his Legion.
Does feel like it.
With the Blade Mail into Blink.
Collapse is just going for another kill here. Mira is here. Got him.
And they really have.
I think this Primal Beast has to go versus Spirit.
It seems a little too good on it.
Collapse is too good at this hero.
Dire's top tower.
That's now two. I mean, the last game, of course, he got shut down super hard, but he was the driving force for the recovery.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if he's able to do what he did in game 1 after getting crushed in the early game, imagine what Collapse is going to be able to do when he gets this sort of start.
I just cannot believe how well that top lane went, to be honest with you. The Nyx Primal lane versus a Phoenix DK. They've shut down the DK. Like, you don't expect this dual melee lane. Nyx is one of those kind of weaker laners, but he's been able to make it work versus the Phoenix beautifully.
And the thing is as well, it wasn't like Mira had to stay there all the time, right? He kind of did the first few waves, and then he was able to come and annoy the mid lane and start stealing these creeps away from Malrine.
And look at Malrine, he's attempting to just do some type of kind of sneaky plays to steal farm, but they're very aware of it. Spirit, the macro play, phenomenal so far here. 2K lead in the first 8 minutes. And Falcons did draft, as they said, they drafted to be able to deal with these lanes, especially double downing with an Enchantress Phoenix versus that ET. Some stacks to recover.
This is going to be a bit of a race towards that Blink Dagger for Malrine before he's able to start setting things up. And Jeff Ramar, the Blade Mail. Once one of these heroes, are ideally for Falcons, both of them have these first 2, they can start looking to try and make plays and catch out some of these high DPS cores.
they have to do it as the blink hits and before that pipe comes out, because I've seen this build from Collapse now a few times. I believe it was last tournament, just the Arcane Boot, triple bracer into pipe when he sees that they can run out of damage early. If he gets the pipe, the damage from Falcons is completely gone. It really is only a Mar at that point then, because the DK at this point is shut down, and if the pipe comes out for the Sanking AoE, where's your damage gonna come? So they got to make some big moves when that Blink Dagger comes out from Mallory, but he's already getting caught on.
Mira's in with the setup, but quick burrow strike from Mallory will get him out the range of the follow-up, so very fast moves here from Mallory. In response, will save him.
And there, he did have a sentry down, but you can always see the Nyx sense to be able to see through that invis. As Mira just walking in versus 3 heroes, no fear.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This tower's pretty much gone.
It is.
They're going to bring TPs in. They want to try and hold this. Amar is considering starting some. He's going to go for the duel straight away onto the ET, and they have got the follow-up damage. So nice defense from Amar. Comes in. As I said, he knows he's going to have to do some heavy lifting this game, and we're starting to see the beginning of it.
And he holds onto the tower, right? So 134 HP onto it. We'll be able to keep it alive here just for a small amount longer. And they are smoking, so do they have... Okay, they don't have the point in Epi, but they do have Egg. So looking to set up with something here. It's a tanky Primal Beast, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring down Collapse. He's got the cloak already brought out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
I feel like it's very likely he just gets away, even if there's like 4 heroes on him at that point without Epicenter. Yeah, Spirit. I'm sure they're super happy with the way their laning phase went. Klinks is free farming. That Deso timing is going to be excellent for him. Laurel as well, too. Maelstrom timing is going to be good. So Falcons, they're trying to get something here, but also trying to just make sure the Malrine can farm a blink.
Look at this from Mira.
One step ahead.
Power of pink.
He knows he's here. He's got eyes on him, and the backup's coming in. And Skeeter, I don't know how much backup he has available to himself at this part of the map.
A little deep.
Now, Radahn doesn't want to go for it immediately. Hesitant about what might turn up in response. Wants to maybe try and find the back lines. Snaking, he's going to dive forwards.
He gets caught.
He is going to get caught. Gets grabbed as well by Collapse. They're snaking gone.
It was like a bait on a bait on a bait. They back and forth baited them and then waited for Snay to show, and they got the grab. Skeeter a little too tanky for them to full commit, but there, they'll be able to get
Dire's
Snay.
middle tower is under attack.
And they get the tower out of it as well, too. So
Fallen.
great moves again from Spirit as Falcons attempts for recovery from Malrine. Still 600 away from the blink. It's going to be a slow one. Very, very slow.
Mark. Got the storm set up. They're bringing in the TPs as well. Lal.
Laurel's here.
Starting off the fight. I mean, Amar's just going to go straight for the duel. He may have
He's
just given up
dead.
damage. He has. Lal's able to get the win.
And Crit's going down, too.
Certainly looks to be the case.
Oh, he
my
gets the kill, though.
Oh, he does indeed. Lal does end up dying to crit, but Lal won't mind that. He just turned up and he got himself a free plus 10 duel damage.
The Dream on Snapfire, really.
I mean, it didn't seem even that close as
It
well.
really
I
wasn't.
guess Amar felt that there was less backup for the snap, but when he's TPing in on top of you, you've got to believe that the snap's pretty confident.
Yeah, and it's an ET. I mean, it's not an ET with any points in natural order, but I believe, yeah, 3 points in the Spirit, so extra big damage, too. So Amar tries for it, but does end up giving up that damage.
Absolutely a risky move. They're going to come out with the smoke.
Do they have the blink?
They do. It's on the way.
Okay. They have to make big stuff happen with it because
Yep.
I just keep clicking on Collapse. That pipe, it's very, very close already. Blink reveal.
Moshka. They'll settle for the ET. He's going to try for the TP out, but the damage is done.
And they get some neutral creeps at the least out of it there. And they don't have to use Epicenter, so they can look for a further catch here.
They're
Bottom,
going to set up onto Amar.
oh, stun off the Mars.
He's going to go for the duel, but he's not going
Again?
to win this.
Wait, what?
He's got to stop doing this. This is 2 duels gone wrong. He's already given away more damage than he's gained. And it's just 13 minutes in fogged.
That's got to be Mira's Dagon already finished, pretty much. Hey, yeah, solo co-potential on all the supports now at this point, too. This game is rough.
This is rough.
I don't think they expected these lanes to go as poorly as they did on the side of Falcons. But Spirit just playing it beautifully, and there's that pipe. So Collapse, he's got that first aura. I wouldn't blame him if he just goes for the Greaves as well. And that's going to prevent... I mean, the Phoenix and the Sanking's damage is now heavily negated.
We'll see again. I mean, Amar, I guess he felt strong with the blade. Now wanted to go for the duel, but against these two, against the Klinks, this by the side of the Nyx, beating into him with the Desolator. It's not going to be a duel that you're going to win.
Nope. And that's the Deso stack and duel.
And that's the Wisdom
And the
Rune taken
Wisdom
by
Rune.
Mira.
Now they have to kill him. Just commit for him. Don't let him get away. Do they have the duel? They do.
There we go. Amar
Never trust
will be able to gain himself the second victory.
But they lost the wisdom as well, too. Their supports who are struggling already.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Don't
attack.
get that little bonus either.
Dire are scanning.
I'm trying to set up things down bottom by the looks of the Falcons.
Radiant
Has been
are
scanned out by
scanning.
Spirit.
Do you want to go on collapse,
I
really?
don't know, with this pipe and triple
Let's
pressure,
see.
it's pretty tanky. They're going to try. They're stepping up, but of course they don't
I
have
don't
duel.
know.
Still on cooldown. It's a bit of a sloppy attempt here from Falcons. Amar will be able to dodge the stop, but he won't be able to dodge everything else that gets thrown down his way. Amar dead on the front lines once again.
I think perhaps they're like, oh, maybe we can get him. And then they click him. They're like, wait a minute. He's got a pipe. Get the hell out. Get out of there. And they do run. They do lose Amar again, though. And we were saying he has to be the one to bring things back. That's 3
does.
deaths now.
They really needed him to pull through after what was a tough start on the other lanes. Now at this point, Amar's going to fall back to the level of everyone of his other cores on the team.
Radiant's
Snaking
top
gets
tower
caught
is
top.
under
I mean, we're seeing already, Radan moving across the map, gaining these Deso stacks
And look
like
at
no
mid.
tomorrow.
Mira even set up. Oh, might even just go for Malrine
Why
instead.
not? It's the bigger kill. Has he
Got
got
him.
enough? He has.
It's a solo kill, essentially.
Uh-oh.
6K lead. Spirit cruising through this early game with a lineup that scales beautifully. And Falcons,
I don't know. Maybe the Sand King mid ain't it, Fogged.
not versus Snapfire, perhaps. Maybe versus something else. But versus Snap, that looked real rough for Malrine. I mean, top 2. Somehow they just make this Primal Beast with a Nyx Assassin dominated
Dire's top
DK
tower
Phoenix
is
lane.
under attack.
Falcons at this point now waiting for items. But what item is it for the Sand King, at least, that makes his game feel too much better? Both him and the DK are just completely solved. Spirit, another one.
DK, I mean, Skeeter's dead in an instant.
And they've got Gleipnir now for Laurel, too, so now he's actually got that big damage item and extra control, too.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, how do you fight to this if you're Falcons?
They're going to just lose another hero. Crit. Can he actually...
He doesn't want to go for a collapse. A little too deep.
Okay. He's actually about to... Oh, he has the mech pretty much done also on Primal, so... Double auras versus this limited damage lineup.
Malrine. Mira's in with the setup. He's got a hell of a lot of burst, and he's got the follow-up damage from Radan.
The Nyx sense. There it is. Didn't even need the
Bit as
dust.
well then. Even looking to set up on a crit beyond the tower. Splitter comes in, won't connect, but the onslaught from collapse, that certainly will.
13-5. This is devastating. Shard now being brought out also for Radan. They're hitting every timing and more.
Oh,
feels
they
like.
are. That Spirit so far in this series showing that they can bring a good old comeback after getting completely crushed in the early game, and they can also crush the early game.
Absolutely.
So showing off their versatility so far from the Dota we've seen here today from Team Spirit.
This one looks very difficult to recover too, because the early, like, you want your DK to ideally have a much better time if you're putting him in a safe lane. He's the bottom of the cores too. He has a blink, but where's their damage coming from? Yeah. Have to catch Spirit out of position pretty much now. And Miposhka, he'll play it safe. I don't know. Spirit's draft just scales harder, and they have such an advantage at this point.
Dire's bottom tower
Especially
is
with
under
ET.
attack.
Yeah, who
Radiant
makes the
are
plays? Who goes in on Falcons?
They might just have to do some suicidal plays, really, but who's going to be your carry then at this point? Since DK is so shut down, Amar has to be that carry, but as we said, he's died now multiple times.
There is kind of a world where it's like Falcons line up. It's 3 offlaners.
It's 3 offlaners.
It's 3 offlaners. Where's the mid? Where's the carry?
I'm astonished with how shut down the DK is. The Nyx nearly has the same net worth as the DK safe lane. Remarkable stuff. And I can talk about like later, like the DK overall matchup versus Nyx in the past. It used to be like you get this group up kind of thing. Nyx is usually this like, he's this pick off kind of hero, but that's not the case at all in this type of game. This Nyx might just solo kill cores. He's got the shard finished up. He's got the Dagon. Malrine could absolutely die to this Nyx by himself. See if Falcons can work some type of magic, but this one just feels incredibly difficult.
I mean, we obviously saw it the other way around in game 1.
We did, but they don't have a
It
morph
kind of
link.
felt like the game was over.
You know, they don't
but
have
then
that
it
morph.
Well, indeed, they really don't. They don't have a Radan.
No. they have a DK who's not that super late game. Collapse, mech and pipe finished, and he's gonna go down the
Radiant's
creeps.
courier has been killed.
He just keeps showing himself. 2,000 HP Primal Beast versus majority magic damage at this point.
Dire's bottom
Mirror's on the
tower
hunt.
has fallen.
Snake King. He's looking very dead. Goodbye. I mean, Mirror, he's having a whole lot of fun. It's pretty fun playing the Nyx right when you get to this point. You're just running around the map. You know that you are making the enemy very upset.
He's been spamming this here on pubs too. This, I believe, is one of his top ones. Also, to point out, Radon, when he has to play the 4 position, he's playing the Nyx as well too in a lot of the games. So
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's the answer from Mark. He's got the Blade Mail Blink. As I say, you know, if you're able to get the jump,
oh, and where's the damage?
I mean, that's the thing. Well, it's the Blade Mail, right? You're trying to use their damage against them. I guess the problem is that at this point with the lead the Spirit's Cores have, even if they're kind of hurting themselves with the Blade Mail, they're probably going to have tools around them to keep them alive and allow them to win the duel. So,
and they have counter initiation too. The duel comes out, there can just be an ET stomp, splitter, follow-up. And overall, as far as I've seen, it's really just been Collapse showing his face. So you don't really want to duel the Primal. You want to find some of these squishy heroes, but they just haven't been giving you the opportunity either.
easy Tormentor.
And the Greaves, they are finished.
They're smoking up. They're going to try something. They get him with a Blink Blade.
They find the Clinks. Is there damage?
No, there is not. That is him dead. They do have the Burrow Strike. In fact, a big combo here. In fact, with the Epicenter and the Supernova, they're doing a lot of damage to Spirit, but the Supernova will fall. They've killed Lyle off, though, Falcons.
That's 3.
They found 3.
Can they get Collapse too? His
Maybe.
TP. They've got him.
Eyes on him. Burrow Strike in. Isolated and on his own, they will get him as well. Falcons, they find 4.
They catch Clinks separated. He was very far up, separated from the team. They actually did not get the counter initiation.
Okay, did win the
Falcons.
duel on the way out, of course, Radon. He got himself a +10, but overall, a successful fight here from Falcons. We'll see again, you know, Mark.
It just gets deleted.
I mean, you said one of them sort of had to make kind of that suicidal
Someone
play.
has to.
That was a Mark. He goes in, he starts the fight, but it works out. Sure, the Supernova goes down, but so much damage has already been done amongst the Epicenter, the Sandstorm, the Supernova. The Falcons, they're able to get the cleanup this time round in their favor.
Kind of the perfect, literally the perfect time to strike. The Clinks just had stepped out of position of his teammates there, so.
All right, a little bit of
Perfect timing.
something for Falcons.
A little bit of breathing room.
They're going to need quite a bit more of that.
Quite a bit more absolutely needed, but at the least they got one. One fight where they get a win. Small win, but a win nonetheless with the position that they're in. Skeeter able to get some cleanup. Still bottom of the cores, unfortunately for him, but... And also, Laurel, pre-fight, so since the Clinks was taken out of the fight, there was no, extra hits to be able to take out the egg. Laurel had already used a little shredder before the fight started, so Snae's egg actually took them quite a bit longer to bring down.
Yeah, it was able to get a lot of damage out during that Supernova, yeah.
And also, the Greaves were killed on the Courier, so Collapse didn't have the Greaves for that fight as well, too. So it was quite an opportunistic move that Falcons was able to find right there.
Yeah. After finding it once, doesn't necessarily it's going to be any easier to find that sort of chance the second time. They've still got to keep things and execution at top level here, Falcons, if they want to have the ability to stand a chance to turn this. Mirror not able to get the stun on towards the Legion, and in fact, he's able to turn with the duel. This time the Mar will win it, but he does still end up dying afterwards. The Burrow Strike over on towards Collapse, and indeed they've got easily enough magical to bring down this Primal this time round. So once again, 2 for 1, but maybe this time Spirit will continue to clean up in their favor. The damage coming out here from Lyle and Radon. Skeeter steps up to look from the Pasca, but there's damage from the Deso Clinks too much. As Skeeter falls, and Radon's ready to chase from all. Looking towards Snake King and crit. Snake King will get the Supernova off. Can these two take it down?
It's a lot of misses. It
Not
pops.
going to get it. The extra success. The Supernova goes off. Lyle gets burned down by the Sunray.
The supports?
He might get ripped to Radon as well. Dive forwards.
They've got him.
They have the vessels in. Radon's going to fall. Snake King and crit, they'll do it. Crit the last one standing. Okay, not for now. Mirror comes in, kills him off. But again, it's something for Falcons. This time around, they do lose quite a lot of their own heroes. I think, in fact, they basically get team wiped. But overall, they're doing this whilst they're behind. They're getting a bit of a gold increase, getting a bit of an XP advantage.
They need these type of plays to happen. Mira off the mark there with the stun. Probably, might even just kill Amar if he does get the initial stun on him there. But Snaking and Crit, they did the work. Look at Crit and Snake. Full duration Sunrays, full mana pools from the Impetuses as well, too. Wow. And then in the Mira finds the soul.
Yeah, this Nyx assassin, Mira, this is one of those kind of games where Mira's like, I don't even mind that we're not winning this smoothly.
He's gonna have
I
fun.
get to play more. I get to kill more. I get to go for these, solo pickoffs. This is every Nyx assassin's dream.
I mean, let's be honest. If he did hit that stun on Amar there in that last fight, Amar's instantly dead as well too. So he was pinging out. He's like, they have vision in the area, but he was just off the mark on the stun. But still, he will one-shot these
We've got a
heroes.
replay here of that little pickoff. Mar. Look at his health. He's got a lot of it, but doesn't matter. Not for
He
long.
even
With
knew.
the daggone combo. That's a
He
lot
even
of
knew.
damage.
Can't prevent it. Mira's having a field day.
No, he don't want this game to end, Mira. He wants to keep killing.
What's this, a Dagon 3 now? Is it finished up? Oh, yup. All right, so the supports seem to be the key for the side of Falcons. They have to do that heavy lifting. Can they have another situation like that happen? We'll have to see. Snake, that mischance did add up. But here comes Mira. Who's it gonna be?
And this is the thing as well. How does Mira keep getting away with this? I feel one of the reasons why we don't see Nyx in pro play, because everyone's like, oh, Invis ain't that OP. You can set up, you can prepare for it. But seemingly, you can't. He still finds opportunities to get you.
Usually, it's the thing is also that usually your lane doesn't go as well. But this lane went phenomenal. So he just is that far ahead. He did hit 6 really early, so. BKB on DK.
Poshka. That's not going to be a successful TP. But he will tank the smoke, gang.
They get the duel.
Amar continuing to grow his damage up to a nice plus 60.
Can look to take out this tier 1. It's low.
Radiant's middle tower is under
So Skeeter,
Radiant's middle tower
Blink BKB
has
timing. Falcons might look for a little bit more of a catch. They don't have duel.
Is under attack.
Spirit might also look to fight back here.
It's not playtime.
ET respawning soon.
And not that sort, anyhow.
Radon just gonna cut the wave. He's got the Lincoln's got the Dragon Lance, and he's got the crit. His damage is pretty absurd at this point. They still do have to solve the problem of him and the scaling that's coming out from the
Radiant's
Snapfire.
middle tower is under
But
attack.
small gains, of course, that Falcons have been able to find.
Yeah, they've kind of been able to slow down the gold increase from
Yeah.
Spirit, but they haven't really been able to turn it
Radiant's top
around.
tower
No, and
has fallen.
it will come down to, is Skeeter going to be able to match a Clinks and a Snap as this core to see? Because he's still slowed down on his DK.
Arin. Does he want to go for this? They've got the Dragon Tail set up. They're looking over towards Collapse. He's in with the jump. Collapse.
Very
Charge
tanky.
away with the onslaught, and Radan's holding the high ground.
He does go down, though.
He just got to back off with the BKB. Falls very low.
They
Will start to
committed
get
a
healed
lot.
up. Radan and Maposhka, they're going to look to try and chase. You've got Mira coming in from the side. They're looking to burst through crit. They'll take the Enchantress down.
Falcons has to run.
They're going to continue to chase for more. Marion able to blink off. Maposhka pretty speedy here with the chase. He's able to get the Spirit out. On the side, Lars in with the glide near. They've got the catch on the wall.
Snake got caught.
King. Malrine is likely going down. Same to be said for Snaking. As they just can't quite find the fight this time round. Spirit in a much better position to set up for it. And with the lead that they have against Falcons, Falcons just don't... They don't deal that well in a team fight when they're not able to take it on their own sort of decision, own sort of initiation.
It's deep as well, too. They had to commit absolutely everything to bring down that Primal Beast. And then, yeah, Spirit. Everybody was at, like, what, 20% HP very quickly, too. They have to just full retreat. Radon able to get clean up.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, they feel like they need to go for this Primal Beast, though, because he's too much of a nuisance. But
Mira's in.
he's absorbing the damage, and he nearly one-shots
He
him.
really does. I mean, Amar's going to go for the duel. Is he able to get the win? He is.
He does.
Okay. Extra bit of bonus damage for Amar. Takes out the Nyx Assassin and does put a stop to the push.
Skeeter, lucky. Very lucky to survive there. Mira wants this game to keep going, though. He wants to keep trying to go for these solo kills. But is giving some breathing room, Falcons. Who got the last hit there? It was Amar, right? Yeah. So Amar now with a BKB. Can perhaps actually jump in a lot easier and maybe won't be that sacrifice. Quite a bit of physical damage, though, still on Spirit. And playing into the double Lincolns is still going to be obnoxious. Kind of the only... Yeah, he has to kind of just duel who he can find, since these Lincolns are always going to be up.
They're trying to start towards Radan. They got the Supernova in on top of him. Radan, he's going to get taken out.
Got him.
Get the jump, they get the kill. Maybe they can even get something more. Amar's looking over towards Lal, trying
They're burning
to
him
close
down.
the gap. Around the tier 2, though, it's kind of difficult to dive, but he's going to try and go for it. He's going to go straight away over towards the Nyx Assassin. They've got the Burrow Strike
They've got
on to Mira. They take him down, and they're diving in for more. Lal tries to hold his ground with a little straight up at Amar. He's able to pick up the double kill.
This game is absolute chaos.
Amar on the retreat now.
The Rock?
I'm going to connect, and he's got the blink back up, so Mars fine.
They go back in.
Go back in. Jump forward again with the overwhelming odds. They're on a nuke through Maposhka. Collapse will turn with the pulverize. Start trampling over the two of them with the onslaught. He's taken out Amar, and he might just get Skeeter. He does. Collapse. He ends up on top of it all. Big smiles on his face. Triple kill for him.
And this game is this even done at this point? It's 30-21 now, and I feel like both teams are just running at each other. This is insane. Literally, look, there's just a Clinks getting jumped from 5 people, but then they jump too far. Collapse cleans up. Oh, this is a treat. This is super fun to watch, no matter what.
Falcons, they're desperately trying to make these moves, and that one nearly kind of worked out until Collapse sort of got a triple kill at the end of it all. And got a huge further burst to his golden XP. But good aggression from Amar. I like the way he's starting our fights. He's really trying to get something going. We'll see at the start of it all when Radan got initially caught. This was one of the reasons why Falcons were able to find something out of the overall team fight. Because if Radan doesn't die at the beginning, there's no way Falcons are getting the chance to get these sort of kills.
They're doing a pretty darn good job of breaking these Lincolns as well too. I didn't even see who broke the initial one, but this just felt like it's like sheer persistence and just aggression from Falcons.
This is what they go back in, because why not? Look how low the two of them are. It's very tempting.
That's you right there.
But then you kind of remember the Collapse is insanely farmed, and 2 versus 1, it doesn't matter. You're not going to kill this Primal.
Diving under the tier 2s for that 5 position. Very worth it for the 2 cores right now. Giving Collapse massive kill.
These are my kind of plays, Falcons. And into the Roshan Spirit go.
Back to the more normal kind of stuff. Objectives being taken, Spirit. Looking for that Roche. Feels like Falcons are just trying to cause chaos to just break.
To do something.
Yeah, because the game state is not great for them, so they're just trying to make things happen.
15k lead now for Spirit. Aegis onto Radan.
Level 20's been hit for Snapfire, so Laurel has hit that big timing for the core snaps. Look at this wraparound.
Oh, I like it. I mean, Falcons, they just go, go, go. They don't want to sit back. They don't want to wait and try for some high ground offense. They want to try and catch them by surprise, Aegis or not. Amar's ready to jump in and look for a dual objective.
I'm watching the 2 supports, really, on the side of Falcons, if they can get full mana pools off and eggs in a good position, but tough ask, Laurel.
King scouting things out.
Ward placed down for vision.
Amar, who's he going to find?
Scouting.
Down.
Right. Rock thrown.
Has to use the blink to dodge the rock for now. Aghanim's done on ET.
Miposhka's got an Aghanims.
Radan, he's going in. He's going straight for Snakey. Snakey's dead. Doesn't even get a chance really to get a single spell off.
And crit as well.
I think they've just got to sack the 2 supports to get the cause out of it. As indeed Radan cleans up both of them. The rest of Falcons have to retreat.
They're trying. They're trying their hardest to get these wraparounds. This one is red, though. Spirit, we're prepared. And Miposhka's got an Ags.
I suppose you
No longer easy to bring down on this ET either. Scaling it has hit. Can look for the Tormentor if they want now. With the 2 supports dead. Feels like Falcons needs absolutely every little thing to be able to take out.
Oh, and Miposhka's going to get that as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Radan's in. He's ready with the push onto the tower. Because they don't have the buybacks on the 2 supports, so like the 3 cores are going to have to sit back and watch their bottom set of racks get taken away.
Glyphs in 3 seconds is still on cooldown.
I mean, look at Mira, he's trying to set up something sneaky here.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Towers go down.
Dire's bottom barracks is
It's the
falling.
fortification.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
They're taking a second set.
They're gonna try. They're thinking about it. They're pinging Radan, but the buildings are dying.
I mean, they want to wait for everyone to be back up. They want to wait for crit. And that is indeed going to mean that they're going to have to sack their second set of barracks. Spirit, they get both of them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Spirit playing it cool and collected.
And they can just look for the top lane now, take that tier 2.
And Falcons, they might just smoke and kind of YOLO go for it, because it feels like if they just play normal Dota, there's no chance backing it.
Are scanning.
Gonna look for Mira, but they can't. I actually don't know if they have a smoke. I was checking. Doesn't look like they did. So just might have to brute force an attempt into this incredibly farmed lineup of Spirit.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
better
has
not
fallen.
fall off.
Feels smooth. Feels like smooth sailings for Spirit. Up to top. Still got the Aegis for about, what, 2 minutes?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gotcha.
Oh, they're gonna go for some type of sneaky smoke play. Maybe look to catch him inside mid. Be cool. Yeah. We'll scout.
Good TP back from Crit. Knows that they're likely to be sweeping the map like this. We'll get back and ready for the high ground defense. Same to be said for the rest of Falcons. They're prepared in the base.
Spirit was just looking to kind of catch them outside there, since they know that someone was definitely just trying to farm up. I think their smoke, it just came back up here for Falcons. So tough to say who they need to even prioritize in these fights, because just everybody at this point is a problem. Even the ET. And Poshka has somehow been able to find his Aghanims farmed up.
Here goes Radar. Under the push, they're trying to jump in there. They'll pop the Lincolns, but not able to find the follow-up stun. Jump off from Amai's going to go straight for the duel. Everyone's eating. The pulverize is there. Immediately collapse, grabs him.
He's just dead.
Poshka's going to win the duel. Maori jumps in with the epicenter, but the damage is negligible. It's not enough as he has to back away. He cannot kill any of them off. They're on full retreat right now. Falcons and Lyle. He's not going to let them retreat. Forcing forward there with the little shredder. Triple kill for him. Skeeter desperately trying to get back towards the fountain. The Bylights come out. The damage is too high. Ultra kill for Lyle. They're killing them off in the fountain. The rocks come through. GG's being caught. Team Spirit. They take both of the games here today. And this second one,